Hello and welcome to the Sports Pitch Podcast, the NRL Round 6 review. How are we today, fellas?
I was doing great until I played around with this.
Yeah, now it's mucking.
Yeah,
you play
we're
with
good.
it too much.
We are live.
You do play with it too much.
I do.
Pre-recorded
I play
but
with it a lot.
live. How are you?
I'm good.
Just
Thinking about Khaled playing with it.
Don't we all play with it? Ali?
You know, sometimes it misses out.
What the?
I'll grab the mic and start playing with it.
Yeah, he plays with it too much. It always falls off the table.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, oh, it's not that big.
You know, when you're alone and you're bored, you just come in and just start playing with it.
Jesus, so random.
How are you?
Oh my god.
I'm good, bro. I'm good.
Good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually great, to be honest. How
Yeah.
are you?
I'm good.
That's good.
Boring weekend. Bulldogs didn't play. Not really, actually. A lot of
It was far from boring.
yeah, but the news breaking
Gobsmacked us.
was everywhere. Like
Well,
everywhere.
it is massive news.
Yeah, but like there's
So much news.
a lot of news that got swept under the rug. Like for example, Jamal Fogarty's gone Manly.
Yeah.
Yes.
That didn't like. It wasn't
Is
even
that
initially.
confirmed?
It's not confirmed because he can't yet.
But it's very strong.
He's got to wait
It's
for the
strong,
12. No, it's been done. I think it's just a 12-day cooling off period.
No. He can't sign with them yet.
Oh, is it? Is
No,
he
he's
still
got to wait till
contracted?
November.
Is he still contracted?
Yes, he's got to wait till November.
no.
Yeah.
But
This weekend,
like that completely,
under the
everyone
radar.
forgot about it.
But it had to be because
the government-
they'd get fined if this.
That's exactly right, and we'll get into it when we get to the Canberra game. But yeah, the government just broke today.
Rocked the world, honestly. The NRL world.
That's one of the biggest stories, like player movements, in a very long time.
For such a young player.
Yeah.
Such
And
a
there
young
shouldn't
player.
be that much attention.
You know
Such a
what it
young player
feels-
and what he's been offered.
Yeah, crazy.
Like you said, literally everything surrounding Galvin, big news.
Yeah. It feels like the last time I remember something like this was when Ben Barber left. This is what it feels
Nah,
like.
not even. Not even.
You think bigger?
Bigger?
Then Sonny
I
Bill.
reckon-
I think
bigger.
Ben Barber was a whole different circumstance.
It was
Yeah,
a
it was
different
a complete
circumstance.
different
It is, you know what? It is more like Sonny Bill.
This is
where he's
more-
contracted to the club and he's still walking out.
That's why this is a bigger fuck you.
Like
The
100%.
Bulldogs had no point, but no. What is it? They had
With
no,
Barber?
Yeah, they
He's
had.
contract right now.
That's right, but they
Yeah.
had no. What's the word?
What?
I
No
forgot
use
anyway.
of him? No.
No, we
No,
did,
there was
especially.
no.
Sound that out.
Fuck, I forgot.
Like
anyway.
we didn't build the whole. We did build the whole team around him. But
You did, but anyway, I forgot the word.
yeah, all good.
Okay.
We'll get into that. We're going to make a special episode talking about that.
Oh,
all right, dropping on Wednesday. So check. Make sure you click that button. If you aren't subscribed, subscribe please. Like this video, get it out there. If you haven't, click the notification button because it is an extra video that we're going to drop. So if you do just check your feed, you might miss it. Click that notification bell, stay notified. We do appreciate it. All right, but we do have an episode dropping talking about Galvin. We're going to have the only mate that we have that's a Tigers fan. And he's going to talk about it, tell us what he
He's
thinks about
passionate.
it. He's very passionate,
And
loves
we'd
the
love to hear
Tigers.
his insight.
And he's a Tigers fan, yeah. And he's stuck with them for the past, 11 years now? No finals? So,
We're getting the news straight from inside the Tigers' cage.
yeah, that's right. That's right.
I like
All right,
it.
so,
I like
yeah, we'll see. We hope you do enjoy that, but keep an eye out for that episode. But for now, let's get into the review. And it kicked off with the Dolphins 30, the Penrith Panthers 12. Wow.
What a game.
Wow.
That's,
It's crazy.
bro, you got to be left speechless. How does that happen?
We are upset, right?
No.
Are we feeling some sort of,
No.
like, it was upsetting.
No, it wasn't upsetting. It wasn't upsetting at all. They've done it to themselves.
They did, and they are 5-1 now. They've always been aiming for it.
That's
Yeah.
exactly right. They've got that 5-peat.
That's right.
They've got that 5-peat.
Man, that's...
The Panthers are sitting 16th. 16th.
In what world, mate? In what world did they say
1-6.
that? Tigers higher than them.
That's
Well,
crazy.
Dolphins are higher than them.
Cowboys
The
higher.
team I have coming last.
Anyone see this coming?
No.
Anyone
Not a-
see this coming in their fifth year? Was they going
You
to
know
be
what-
successful? And was it going to be...
Oh, listen, I thought there'll be a drop-off, but not like this,
No,
man. And
not
this
this
is-
far.
Like, you still have Cleary, Edwards,
Bro,
Isaiah.
on the podcast, I tipped them, but I don't know, somehow on my phone, I tipped against them.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, I don't know. I done that, I think, before the podcast.
Yeah.
Before I knew Edwards and that was back, so I was like, yeah, no, I don't think they'll win. When Edwards came back, I was like, surely they're a shoo-in, right?
Yeah. But what do you reckon, Ali? What do you mark this as? Like, what are we seeing here?
I think Andrew Johns was spot on when he said Cleary's got to dumb down his play. I think he was spot on.
Yeah.
I think they've gone away from doing the simple things right.
Yeah.
That's their problem. You know, like I spoke to you yesterday about it when we were watching the UFC. up the Volk,
Yeah, the Falk.
right?
Let's go.
Taking the title, Wollongong, my friend.
I said
Cleary.
there was a play with like 30 minutes into the game. The Panthers are down by I think two tries.
Yeah.
Right, 2 tries. They get a scrum, 20 metres out, 10 minutes to go in the half.
He kicks it.
He kicks it, but it's the worst kick you've ever seen.
Yeah, right.
You had the hammer back there.
You
Like,
know-
I don't know who you think in your team's going to outpace the hammer to a kick.
Yeah,
But
there was
it's
no
already-
thought behind that.
There was zero
Absolutely
thought
no
behind it. He just said, I'm going to kick it, and he kicked. It was a shit kick, first of all. It barely broke that line. Like, it just landed in their laps. The Chasers weren't going to get there because they have the hammer back there.
Did they even know that the kick was coming?
It didn't look like they
Yeah,
did.
that's the thing.
It did not look like they did.
Do they have the players that have the self-awareness to pick up on those tactics? I don't think so.
Guys,
Or cuz no, yeah, you got to know, but no one's gonna know. How's someone gonna know he's gonna kick on first off a scrum?
Or last year's Penrith, I don't think Cleary has to even say anything.
No, I don't think Cleary
His
kicks
team
last year.
just-
I don't think Cleary kicks
Well,
last
that's
year.
true. That's true.
Honestly.
Yeah.
So I think that was like they've gone away from doing the simple things right.
What do you reckon, Maury?
I don't know. Are we seeing
I think
the
it's the
effects
biggest
of
issue.
too many players lost, and the well-oiled machine that we always talk about it's at its thinnest right now?
Well, it's down to rookies.
Or is it Luai being the big behind the scenes guy at Penrith, or was it Fisher Harris? Who is it? Like
So many
what
factors.
is it? I
Look,
don't
you look
understand.
at you look at the Panthers side. Their team is a top 4 team. Top 4 team, cuz.
They have a top 4 team.
Yes.
They have a bottom 4 depth, like in my eyes.
Now, yes,
They miss To'a, and all of a sudden that help me out, left or right edge.
You're right.
Left.
That right
No,
edge
right.
Yeah.
is absolute shambles.
I agree.
Tango cannot
Yeah, Tango.
defend to save his
Wow.
life without To'a.
100%.
Cleary has so much more work to do
Yeah.
besides attack. We know his biggest flaw has been his defense,
Yeah.
and his defense with a lackluster Penrith amateur team just is not going to be enough to help. his team.
100%.
Yeah, their defense is the worst it's been in a very long time. They've conceded this year 170 points. That's less than the Roosters, who have been pumped.
Oh, that's crazy.
Right, that's less than the Titans.
More or less, you mean?
Less. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right, more than the Roosters, more than the Titans. It's the second worst defense in the comp,
Behind who?
behind Parramatta. That's Penrith we're talking about.
That's rough. And they
Yes.
lack that leadership in the forward pack. Ever since Fisher's gone.
Fisher Harris.
You know Moses Leota, when it comes to finals time, he's stepping up.
Yeah,
But in the regular season, or lately now, just I feel like there's no leadership.
yeah, they miss 100%. I think that's the biggest thing.
You know what's crazy that you said? You said that?
What?
Their forwards are still doing a very good job. But leadership is a mental thing.
That's what it is.
And like you're saying, man, mentally and spiritually, they're missing that leader. Because if you look at the numbers, they're doing a great job.
They are. The
But
forward.
they don't have that leader, Fisher has to lead them around the park.
Yeah.
To get them up when they're down. This isn't the Penrith we're used to seeing.
No, Hammer had a field day. He scored a hat trick. The edge players, Jake Averillo and Herbie Farnworth, field day.
They were both on
They
fire.
had a field day. Casey McLean, Moses Leota scoring the only 2 tries for the Panthers, and they literally, one came in the 10th minute, the other came in the 72nd minute. This was a rumping by the Dolphins. 30-12 literally does not show you how dominant these guys were. It was so one-sided.
I want to tell you when I saw it was downhill for them.
Well, that kick killed it for
Dolphins'
them, by the way.
first run,
Yeah.
Jacob Saifidi drops the ball. Where did he drop it? Do you remember?
On the 20, on the 10 or something.
15?
Yeah.
10-meter line?
Yeah.
When does Penrith not capitalise and score right then and there and blow them out of the park?
I agree. Even,
That was like candy to a child for the Panthers last year.
even a repeat set. Usually, if they don't get the try, they get a repeat
Yeah,
set.
usually-
Do you remember what happened that first set? It's crazy you bring it up.
That someone dropped it?
It ended on last.
Yeah,
They got tackled with the ball on last.
That's
when
right.
does that happen?
Never.
Those
Crazy.
errors you could never make with Penrith
Crazy,
in the
yeah.
years before.
All right, but they have a long way. Now, I want to quickly, there's 2 people. Blaze Talangi. I want to fight him. That's it. If I see him on the street, it's on site, me and you.
Yeah.
All right, I hope you see this.
Oh my God.
On site. Pass the ball!
Yeah, literally.
Pass the ball!
Bro, we have so many words, but
Not
Pass
enough time.
the ball!
Yeah, that's all you need to say.
That's
How
it.
many times did he try?
Keep it in, because there's a lot I want to say.
He's done a
Right.
Casey McLean from last week and did not pass the
Even
ball.
him?
Not
No,
one.
no,
Yeah,
no.
him as well.
Oh, case.
Even him, yes, even him.
You too. It's on site. You and your bowl cut, you flop.
Moe, do we blame Talangi?
No, you just whack him.
Cleary delayed this for a reason. He came out in the press saying, now you know why he wasn't playing. You know, he said that, yeah?
Cuz, pass the ball.
He said it.
Yeah.
Now,
His defense wasn't that
don't
bad.
you
Pass
think-
the ball.
Don't you think now, Cleary, where's your, like, why did you sign him?
I don't know. Yeah, it's
He,
very
no,
like,
because-
he does not belong in NRL.
Because yeah.
And respectfully, he doesn't.
It's a rough call. He
doesn't.
He showed
No,
potential.
NRL,
He showed potential.
First grade, sorry, forgive me.
How good was he at para?
First grade,
He
did
showed
not belong-
potential
belong in
last
first
year.
grade.
How good was he
He
at
showed
para?
potential.
Not in the 5'8".
Not a 5'8", play him
As
on
a
the
centre.
wing. Play him as centre.
Play him-
You need backs. Play him there. He killed it for para.
I think he shouldn't see first grade. For
I
the next
think
few
I
weeks.
think
No, I
play him
know
on
what
the
you're
wing
talking
because he doesn't like to pass the ball. You don't put him as a center.
He's not a 5'8". There is no
He's-
way
he's
he's a
not a 5'8".
5'8".
But his defense is also dog shit.
Pass the ball.
His defense is dog shit.
We said that about Sloan too, but he's doing just
Last
fine.
year wasn't that bad.
Look at that defense. Look at that left side of theirs.
Yeah.
Cleary already. Talangi.
Talangi, McLean.
Sorensen,
Yep.
McLean, Jenkins, and McLean.
Yeah.
Three of those players
Jenkins is a gun.
are some of the worst defensive.
No, Jenkins good.
defensive.
Jenkins good.
But he had his defensive flaws.
Got
few
pumped
weeks ago.
because of McLean. Got
You can
pumped
put it-
all because of
You
McLean.
can put it like that, but then why are you starting three rookies on the same edge?
Well, he has
Not
to.
just rookies.
What can you do?
literally just babies.
Oh, no, he
So
should.
where's Jack Cole? Where's Schneider?
Not Jack Cole. Schneider. Schneider's your
No
answer.
one said anything wrong about Schneider.
Schneider's your answer. Schneider's come on.
Literally.
Even it turned the tide a bit. Before, who took the intercept? Was it who took an intercept this game? Hammer?
Yeah,
Yeah, Hammer.
He came on around that time. Panthers had all the momentum, and then the intercept was taken. All the momentum was gone. But he's turned games for him this year when he's coming off the bench.
Yeah.
Start him, man. He's
He
a
has
good
a
player.
shift
Has,
of
but
momentum.
that whole edge is just too.
I agree.
Too amateur for first
I
grade.
agree. But all Talangi has to do is pass. There was so many times.
And the only time he
just-
did pass was the worst pass you've ever seen.
Yeah,
in your life.
yeah, it was to his feet or fingertips. I can't
And
remember.
Tunga's defense, bro, that needs to be studied. Honestly, that is.
Because that's a drop off, cuz.
That's been on, but that's been on there for years.
No, bro.
He's only had
No.
he had a stint where it was okay.
Cuz
Well,
they're
it was never this bad.
They're the best defensive team in the comp for the last 4 years. If he was this bad, everyone would romp him. Just target
Tunga's
him.
defense, you think it's been good?
Not as bad as this, Khaled, man. What are you talking
It's
about?
always been bad.
Not this bad,
Always
bro.
been bad.
The guy, Farnworth made him look
Did
like...
Tunga play last year's grand final?
Yes.
He did.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. And the year before that.
Yeah. Yeah, well.
It wasn't
Cuz
this bad.
this
But no,
is
It's
so
taking
bad.
a dive.
His defense is bad. Trust me, man. Trust me.
Oh, no, I agree.
He's always been found out.
No, no.
We know it, but it's got taken a dive.
Yeah, oh, yeah, this year?
Yeah.
Well, they all have.
Farnworth made him
Except
look
for
like...
one player. We can
Yeah.
all agree who it is.
Yo.
Easiest name, Elzayo.
Yeah.
Looks like he was in a different team, playing his own game.
I feel bad for him.
Yeah, I do. But Cleary, again, the biggest problem, Cleary, bring it back down. Do the simple things right. You're the Penrith Panthers. Your team is still started, bro.
It is. It is.
Because no team has ever won the comp 5-1. Start or 1-5.
Oh, if anyone can do it, it would be Penrith.
That's what I'm saying. But they got to start. We're going back to what they used to do best. They used to play Bulldogs. What the Bulldogs play now? Kick to a corner, tackle, force an error, score. That's
Yeah.
how they used to play.
And-
that's all gone out the window. All gone out the window.
Well, Khaled gave him a deadline. 2 more losses before Origin, and there's one right there.
Honestly, and that was a major loss.
And this is they miss out on 8. We said they miss out on 8. I still agree. If you get to Origin and you're like 3-9 with one bye, you're not making the finals.
Before we move on, you got him in the 8 still?
I can't have him out. You can't have
I
him
do right now. I do
I still got him in the 8.
You can't
because I
have
feel
him
like
out.
they'll turn it
You
around.
don't see him in the 8?
out. No,
But
you
if they
can't have
get-
him out of it. You
You
can't.
can't have him
If
in
they
the
get to Origin, if we get to Origin round 13, they're 3-9. 3-9, yeah, 3-9. They're not making it.
We've got him out of the 4, yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, they have to be.
Yeah, definitely.
But in the 8, we still got him?
Yeah.
For now.
But if they get to Origin, like I said, 3-9, they're out.
We'll do the prediction midway through the year. We'll see what changes.
Exactly.
All right, we move on to the Dragons versus the Gold Coast Titans. 38-16, the Dragons. Me and Carlos really wanted to tip him. We just can't trust him, and he's exactly why.
Yeah.
You don't know what Dragons you're going to get. But what a performance.
13 plus this, Carl.
Team performance. You said...
I said Dragons 1 to 12.
Yeah, 1-12.
Okay. I
Yeah.
still said Dragons. It's 13 plus the Titans.
Yeah, but do you blame me?
Yes. No, I don't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? Even you said 1-12, like, with doubt.
No, I knew it would win. He said, are you confident with the Dragons winning? I said yes. But the margin.
To be fair, the first 5 minutes looked like they were going to put a number.
I did not watch any
But your
game. I did not watch any
Yeah,
game.
defense.
You didn't?
Well, they didn't offer
Well, your
me.
defense was very good at the start. No, they offered it.
Apparently, we turned them back 52 times off our own try line.
Yeah, it was crazy at the big 52.
Like
times?
52 times in our own half.
Who was counting?
No,
I heard
they-
it in on the
surely
press
they-
conference.
Is there a stat of tackled in opposition 20?
The press conference lady was
No,
saying
there isn't.
Shane Flanagan or 42 times or 52 times in our own half.
That's excellent.
I don't know. Yeah, because you guys at the beginning could not hold the ball.
Yeah,
Could not hold the ball. But no, it was a great performance from you guys.
it was, and it was a simple game plan.
It was very simple. And
Do
it
you
worked.
want to tell them the game plan, Carl?
You tell him.
You tell him you're the master.
The game plan was very, very simple. Week in, week out, we've been on our edges finding Gutherson. Gutherson was always there
Milking him.
getting to receive the ball, 2 men out or 3 men out. They just skip Gutherson, either cut that ball to the centre or to the winger. And the defensive line just shooting out, thinking Gutterson's getting the ball. That's the only thing, and it worked.
Yeah,
How smart was it?
It was very smart.
That was such a simple, so effective.
Yeah.
Very effective.
Um,
But Kyle Flanagan's passing was on point.
Carl Flanagan had probably his best game in the Dragons.
Literally.
Yeah, 100%.
In that
Yeah.
jersey,
Yeah.
I would say.
He looked
If he wants to
fantastic.
keep playing like
got
that,
a try
we'll-
as well.
Yeah, if he wants to keep playing like that, I'm more than happy to keep watching him week in, week out.
I don't think it was that, but I think Ilias had his. It was a good performance for Ilias. I'm not saying it was like a good performance of any other player, but for what happened last week,
Yeah.
I think it was a good performance.
I feel like he's
He needed
getting
some confidence.
He's getting better slowly,
He is, but last week was a step
Very slow.
back.
very slowly. Yeah.
Against South was a step
like
back.
turtle slow.
No, not
No,
that.
no, South.
He's from game 1 to now, he's progressed quite a bit. Like not quite a bit, a little bit.
Yeah, but against South, he took a step back.
He did. He took a major step
Like
back.
you're the half, you kick it out on the full.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, bro, this guy's confidence is going to be shot. He done his job.
Para, he started off well, then he took a dip in the
Mm.
end. Last week, I think Flanagan told him kick back and let me do the work.
Yeah, and it looked good. You guys looked very good. Your backs, wow, had a field day. Christian Tuipulotu scoring, Tyrell Sloan scoring, Varton Holmes scoring, everyone but Sully in the back line scoring.
Sully had a rough game.
He did, but it wasn't that bad.
You know what he did
But
do
he
in
backed
this
it
game
up.
that he doesn't usually do? Pass to Sloan.
Yeah.
Usually he would
Twice.
run those balls. We wouldn't score them 9 times out of 10
Yeah.
because he doesn't pass them.
Yeah.
So if he's not scoring tries, at least he's giving them to other people.
So Christian Tuipulotu, when he scored his first try, got up jumping.
Yeah, he's a clown.
Jumping, he kept like put his hands in his pocket.
Mm.
Second try is like, fuck all this.
Yeah, he couldn't hold himself.
Yeah, give me the money.
The money!
And he got the money.
Why, did you give him a contract extension?
He got a contract.
No way.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Breaking news, apparently.
Seriously?
No, he got a contract.
When was this?
Like a couple of days ago.
Oh, so
I
is
don't
the celebration gone?
So, no, he done it after the contract
Oh,
celebration.
I
After the
got my
contract.
money!
Yeah,
Do we know how much it is? Or
until
do we
the
know?
end of 2026.
1.3 mil?
No, nothing.
End of
Nothing.
so extension another year.
Yeah.
Good on you, man. He's
deserves it.
very fun to watch, and I think he's a good player.
Yeah.
Valentine Holmes had probably his best game in the Dragons jersey also.
Yeah. It was. Listen, the Dragons played well. I don't want to take a lot away from you guys. The Titans were absolutely diabolical.
Oh, I didn't.
Absolutely diabolical. Kept shooting themselves in the foot. The meters your forwards made, in particular Dylan Egan. I want to really bring up the stats.
He ran for 130, I think.
Dylan Egan is an absolute superstar. He's an absolute superstar.
weapon. He's a workhorse.
I love him, bro. What a revelation.
He's literally 46 tackles, I think it was.
47 tackles.
47 tackles, 0 missed or 2 missed?
2 missed.
2 missed.
We can let
What a workhorse.
120 meters ran, 50 post
Every
contacts.
great team has a machine in the middle, like I was saying before, doing the
hard
dirty
yards,
work,
the ugly
the
work.
hard yakka
The donkey
that
work.
no other player wants to do.
Yeah, and that's it.
And people like him last a very long time in a team.
Yeah, and-
They literally play for 10, 15 years.
I'd hope to keep him forever.
But he also got a line break assist, an
Yeah.
offload.
A
He
try.
had an
Looks
absolute
like
and a
horse,
try.
bro.
Yeah.
Runs like Liam Martin.
Yeah.
Bro, he's honestly
so good.
and you can tell he's adapting players' skill and
Yeah,
just
but-
molding it to his
Do you know
own.
how long he played for? 79 minutes.
75, yeah. 79, sorry, yeah.
79 minutes. For
no,
his third game in the NRL.
he looked like he belongs there.
Yeah.
That's what it is. He
And,
looks like he belongs in first
Do
grade.
you know what the scary thing is? There's so much more of him coming out of our reserve grades.
Yeah.
Yeah, you love
You're
it.
going
I'd
to
love
lose
hear
some.
No,
You
we've,
just-
we've signed all of them except for one. The
I know,
one
but
that-
eventually you'll lose some.
Finau.
eventually.
Finau
No, why?
Latu?
If they all, hey? Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
Latu.
Oh, what, your whole full pack? Imagine that, just full pack for the juniors.
They're all raced on till 2028, 2029.
Let's see how it goes for you. But him, if they all play like him,
If they bring Loco in, Halengahu in, and one more, I forgot his name, and then the other two that are playing now, Dylan Egan, Hamish Stewart, our forward pack's going to be fucking insane.
Yeah.
And if we keep Latu Fainu as well.
Well, let's see how they go, because there's difference between the lower grades and the top grade.
Yeah, but I feel like they're all in the same caliber as Dylan Egan.
I doubt it.
We'll see.
That's impossible.
We'll see.
Dylan Egan looks like an Origin player. I'm saying his third game in.
Okay. And Loco's better than him. Loco's better than him. Wallah,
I want to see first grade.
maybe.
The raps on Loco, yeah. 100%.
He's
but
been
first
compared
grade,
to
completely
Payne
different.
Haas and fucking David Fafita right now.
Okay. First
There's
grade's
no way
different.
he goes backwards.
First grade's different.
There's no way he
Ilias
goes
was the Australian schoolboys halfback.
So was your mate.
Who?
Hayes Perham?
No, plays for the Doggies now. Doesn't see the light of day at 6 or 7.
Drew Hutchison.
Yeah, Drew Hutchison.
Yeah, see? And he's a Dragons Junior as well. We've got to wait and see. Don't
I
get
feel like forwards are different to.
I agree. But let's see how it goes. Anyway, but the Titans, I said last week, they missed Keanu Kinney. I think this week you said it even more. You do.
I think you're right. I think they...
He's the problem.
Well, no, but Tino wasn't there either.
Tino wasn't there,
He
yeah,
wasn't
which was
there,
a big
but
out.
I think they do need an experienced fullback.
Yeah.
But
There's
man,
no
what are they doing in the
experience, no
halves,
experience.
man?
There's no experience fullback.
When's Foreign coming back?
Long time away.
He's probably going to retire. About
Long time away. But Jalen DeGroot is not busy enough, man. Like, this was his busiest game. Ran 140 metres. Not that bad. Right, but every other game before that, he's ran less than 100 metres.
But their forwards aren't damaging, man. Like, they're not... I feel like they're not
David
doing what
Fafita
they...
had a good game.
What their level... Like, what they could
David
be
They have
doing.
a scary forward pack.
David Fafita had a
They
good
do,
game.
but they don't play like they have. Even when Tino's there, you focus on Tino.
Yeah.
Like, look at their players,
Look at
man.
the rest
They
of
have
them, yeah.
5-star forwards.
Do you feel like this is a decline?
No,
I
Titans are really up and down. Like,
I think
how do we know?
as long as Jalen DeGroot's at fullback, yeah, I don't mind him as a player, but I don't think he does enough.
Yeah.
I think they have to move Brimson back there and they play, what's his name? Weaver, halfback.
No, they have a problem with Weaver.
Yeah, they surely do.
They hated him last year.
Yeah. They never... Like,
They never play him. Like, he's been named 18th man every game this year.
yeah, that's a big fuck you. Because you can't play reserve grade and you can't play fucking first grade.
Literally.
Just sit on the
Yeah,
sidelines
He
and
still
train.
gets paid. But anyway, I think that's a problem with the Titans, man. Keanu Kinney, they're missing him big time. And with no Tino there, Dragons had a field day. We move on. Broncos v. the Roosters. Possibly the upset of the round. Well, it was the upset of the round.
Besides Penrith?
Yeah, but Penrith are like shit now.
Yeah.
These guys, like Broncos, are, in my opinion, top 2.
Yeah.
God,
Top
no
4.
way, man.
Top 4.
What?
They're
Top
so
4?
overrated. I will keep
Well,
saying
who's better
that.
than them?
I reckon there's a lot of teams better than them. They're so overrated.
Who?
I had them 8th exactly. I still see them there.
Who do you...
Just all name, all skill, but
Well-
don't really know.
Well, you
how
had
to put
Parrot on
together
top of
every
them.
game.
Buzz.
Yeah.
Buzz has him coming last. Not making the 8.
Well, I have him making the 8.
No, I
But
think
Buzz
they'll
is
be
a
higher than
fucking
that.
fuckwit, bro. He
Yeah,
doesn't know what he's
There's too
talking
much. I don't know. I want to see him string 5 wins to in a row, 6 wins, because you have the players for that.
Well, do you know what it is, Sue? Just like the Titans, Reece Walsh isn't busy.
Yeah, they're all
Yeah, but I don't think they're even relying on him anymore.
We'll get there. No, because he's not available. Who's your top 2? Top 2 teams right now? Don't say Dogs.
Well,
I agree with you, Dogs.
literally, well, I'm not saying.
Yeah,
that,
but don't take the Dogs out of it, not your team.
Well, right now it's all fuckery.
It's Melbourne and who?
Melbourne and Dogs.
Yeah, but I'm saying don't say Dogs. I know they're
But
there.
I have to. Because Sharks are up and down, Manly's up and down, Broncos are up and down.
Yeah, it's very true.
It's the most clusterfuck.
So you're saying the Bulldogs are going to win the comp?
I reckon Doggies and Storms in the grand final, and Doggies will win.
If it was next week, 100%, you're completely right.
Yeah, true.
But it's literally round 6.
But who's better than Storms and Bulldogs?
Right now,
too
yeah,
early,
we're the
bro,
top 2
it's
teams.
too
early.
Yeah, but
I'm
right
not
now,
trying- I'm
we're
not
the
trying to
top
get stuck
two
in
teams.
Now, yeah, well, obviously.
But I'm just saying, Broncos.
But we beat-
I feel like they're
But
very
you know, our biggest test is in round 9
against
The Broncos.
against the Broncos.
get on my face.
You know,
Wallah, it's not.
so far this season.
Wallah, it's not. Our biggest test is 2 teams:
Who?
Melbourne and Manly. That's our biggest
Yeah.
problem.
I
Broncos.
agree. You know what,
aren't
Raiders
as
as
good
well.
as
We
them.
never beat the Raiders.
Well, your team didn't play this week.
Yeah,
Talk about the
so-
game at hand.
Yeah, wallah. You get so stuck on the
Fuck me,
Bulldogs.
dude.
It was you. I said don't talk about the Dogs, and he still brought them up. Anyway, Broncos 16, Roosters 26. This was a very fun game to watch.
It was,
It was a very fun
It
game.
was-
What
it was-
happened? Did you?
Guys, this is the Billy Smith show. That's what it was.
bro. Billy Smith, man, had a very, very good game to come back from his injury. He deserves it.
Bro, outstanding.
Well, he played last week.
He did, but
And he
the first
played
game
pretty
back, he's
Yeah, but
coasted through.
this performance was so random.
Well, I've always rated him. I like him as a player. He's just very injury prone.
Agreed.
Very injury prone.
I agree.
But surely he's not the turning point by that new halfback.
Oh,
That new halfback. All he had to do.
he's
All he had to do was his job. Just kick.
he's good looking.
Hugo.
He's a big boy, bro.
Hugo-
He's an 8. a
Hugo
9.
Savala.
That's his
Right? What a game.
Well, yeah.
What a performance.
He's a rooster.
He's a rooster, right? God, like, he played so well.
What were his stats? How many kicks did he have?
12 kicks, man. He kicked more than anyone else.
Well, yeah, that's what you just need him for. Townsend was really, really weighing this team down. His kicking game was fucking horrendous. And you can see what potential the Roosters have with just a kicker.
Yeah.
Imagine them playing together for the rest
He's
of the
got a
year.
big boot on him.
He does.
Massive boot, bro, massive boot. And his run selection was decent as well.
Yeah.
The few times he took on the line.
It's not bad.
No, he looked
Especially
very
for
good.
his first game in the
He looked
NRL.
comfortable, cuz.
He did. He looked like he's made for it.
Yeah, and against the Broncos,
Yeah.
who...
That's a big fucking... Like, he's been thrown in the deep end.
Yeah,
hard
like
with
some
that game.
people's opinion, a top 2 team, a top 3 team.
Some
top
people
14.
top 8 side.
Okay. But no, he looked fantastic. So,
Yeah, you
well
gotta give
done,
him
young man.
Well,
No,
if you keep playing like this, young man, Roosters won't be that bad this year.
no, he looked
Credit
good.
to Sandon Smith.
Yep.
He's literally holding this pack down with so much pressure on him.
He's been the one constant. There
Well,
for the
filling in Sam Walker's shoes is not an easy task for
100%
anyone.
it isn't.
No,
He's the
no.
main
Let
guy
alone
there.
for the Roosters name, big brand. And I reckon, man, he's doing a job, man. No, not just a job. He's leading this team around.
Agreed. No, they played fantastic. Connor Watson had a fantastic game. 80 minutes. 6 runs for 60 metres. All out of dummy half. 2 tackle bars. 2 line break assists. Had a fantastic game. Celesi Feketi.
Yeah.
Is this like his third game?
I think he's played every game this year, but he started 2.
Yeah.
One was against the Panthers. One was against the Broncos.
And look at the results.
And they won both. And he took it to the forwards both times.
Yeah.
It's
Now
no
he
coincidence.
didn't have like a barnstorming game, but fuck, every time Payne Haas or Carrigan took up a hit up, he was meeting him halfway up the line.
Yeah, well,
He's
like-
got that grit, bro. He wants to get in there.
Bro, he looks like a bright player, man,
Yeah, yeah.
for the future. He looks so good. But I just wanted to say, like, he started twice, 2 wins for the Roosters. The only 2 wins of the year.
Trent Robert, if that means anything.
All right, have a look at it. We know you're a big fan. Maybe only when Bill was on.
And Bill, when he called you the French fine
Fine
wine or
yeah.
whatever it was.
Now the Broncos. What's with the inconsistency? What do you reckon?
bro, like I told you, my opinion, I think they're overrated. I reckon,
Yeah, but overrated doesn't mean they're inconsistent.
well, I reckon they have the talent, they have everything a team needs,
Yep.
but they just can't. They don't know how to win comfortably every week.
Well, I think
They want to blow teams out of the park.
that's
You
the
can't
problem,
do that every
Carter.
week.
I think that's the problem. They have everything they need, and I feel like their halves are clashing. No one know, like they both don't know who should lead, who should be the dominating half.
I don't think the halves are the problem.
Not really.
No.
I reckon Adam is leading this team
Yeah,
around.
and he should be, and he should
Adam. But I'm,
Like is your
be.
mate?
Yeah, he's your cousin. Adam Reynolds definitely should be leading that team. I agree 100%.
I reckon he is though, because Ben Hunt is playing that second fiddle in that team.
Yeah.
and he respectively he is.
Yeah,
But
but yeah,
I feel like he feels
knows
like
his
he gets
role.
left out sometimes,
No, bro. I don't think the halves are the problem.
No, I don't think so either.
I think the game they've lost.
I don't think anything is a problem in this team.
No. The
I
game
think when they
that
get in the grind,
Payne Haas comes off, a lot of the go forward disappears.
no. You can't
Is
keep
it-
saying that, but we said that last year.
It's
Well,
the
no,
two games
no,
they've
you
lost
can't keep
this
saying
year.
that.
The 2 games they've lost this year. That's what it's
I
looked
said
like.
this to you before. I'll say this again. I'll say it against any big team they verse. When you run around them, their forwards go straight.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah, they steamroll players and the opposition, but the second you decide to spread the ball and play the whole park, that's when they lose.
Yeah.
We've seen it a few times this year.
Is there inexperience on
twice.
on the backs?
No, I think I'll tell you the biggest issue. Reece Walsh.
Well, can I lay something down to
Reece
you?
Walsh is the biggest issue in that
Do you
team.
feel like they lose every time they find the forward pack challenging theirs?
That's what.
Yeah.
that too. Yes.
Yeah, when you beat their forward pack, they lose. But the Roosters didn't beat their forward pack.
But
But they challenged them.
Lenny
Yeah.
was in their
Like,
face.
they were
every
up
minute.
in
It was
their
like-
face.
But the Roosters, what's it called? How many? So Billy Smith 2, Nat Butcher 2, Angus Crichton 1. Nat Butcher was straight out of dummy half, right try. And then Angus Crichton and Billy Smith were both on the edges. You're right when you're talking about you start going around them. The edge defense isn't.
But what he's saying too.
Yes,
I've
agreed.
seen that
If you
before.
beat their forward pack, you win the game.
Not even beat them, just challenge them, learn how to shut them
Literally.
down.
Yeah,
Because then they have no go
we'll go a
forward.
long way. Agreed. But Reece Walsh is the biggest issue. I'll tell you why. How many times did Savala kick and it bounced?
So many times.
How many times? Honestly,
He kept finding the grass.
you need to use your
Yeah.
feet to count.
Yeah, and Reece Walsh is purposely like letting him go.
That's what I'm saying. Like there was one where the ball was coming straight at Reece Walsh. He leaves it. It bounces in the end goal and holds up. Cobbo picks it up and runs out.
Yeah. Is he scared under the high ball? Is
No,
that
he's
what- is
not.
that
There's
what-
no pressure, and you've seen him jump. It makes zero sense. I don't know what the hell's going on with him. He doesn't look for the ball. Right, he waits for the ball to come to him. That's not what great players do. It's not what fullbacks do. Fullbacks get themselves
You
in that
find the
position.
ball.
100%. They get themselves in that position to be an option.
Yeah.
Reece Walsh isn't doing that.
I agree.
Reece Walsh, the best Reece Walsh is Reece Walsh with the ball in his hand.
Literally.
I swear to God.
That's
Because
the only
he's,
reason.
yeah, he's not that like Latrell Mitchell player where you can have 10 runs a game, Latrell.
He can pick and choose and
Yeah.
he'll still work out. For
100%. Reece Walsh, no. The more Reece Walsh touches the ball, the better it is for the Broncos.
Yeah.
Sort of like a Ponga at the Knights.
What do you do about it though? That's an attitude thing.
It is an attitude
Maguire
thing.
came in to change his
The
attitude.
attitude.
And you've got this $1 million man, literally the face of NRL.
Yeah, he is.
What do you do? What can Maguire do?
He's got to pull his head in. He's got to have a chat to him.
That's the only thing you can do. But the thing is with that, Reece Walsh has an ego. You can see he has an ego. You push him too far, he's going to cry.
That's the problem.
That's probably why Maguire hasn't approached him. We all know he's underperforming.
But he has to.
Of course he has to.
He has to maybe come around him in a softer way. Put your arm around him and tell him, listen.
No one's bigger than the club. You've got to give it to him
100%.
straight.
Kiss him on the cheek.
Not kiss him in the cheek, but every player
Grab
is
his
different.
hand.
There are some players that you can yell at and get a reaction out of. There are other players you've got to put your arm around them.
True.
Right? I think he's got to just find the way to approach it and tell him, like, I want to see this from you. Just start simple. Literally simple.
Well,
just be available.
that's
Catch
what-
the balls on the full.
And
Yeah.
this is why I said that I feel like they're overrated. If you can't string a few wins together, that's not what great teams do.
Yeah, and he played
Like
the Roosters.
dominant teams like Roosters in their time, 6 win streak, 7 win streak, 8 win streak. Panthers 16 or 15 win streak.
Yeah. And you know what?
We haven't seen that from the Broncos.
those teams,
There's
like
no
the-
reason for us to say they were top 2 teams.
Roosters, Melbourne, Panthers, right? The teams you just brought up, they never lost to a team beneath them.
Never, and if they did, it
Never.
was literally a fluke.
Yeah, but
There was the
hardly
weather
happens.
involved. There was
Yes.
missing players.
Hardly
there was
happens.
always factors in it.
Hardly
Broncos,
happens.
you beat them on their best day.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say Melbourne.
It's happened.
Well, there was rain and they were missing Hughes. Literally, you just proved my point.
Last year the whole team was there.
Yeah, last year the whole team was there. And it wasn't raining.
But it's not about the Dragons. It's about the Broncos.
I know, but we're talking about usually your name Melbourne.
No, I'm joking.
I've
Yeah,
seen
it's-
teams beneath them beat them.
Yeah.
Yes, but like you know what I mean, and you know that like if you play them again, they'll probably beat you.
100%.
Yeah, so
I'll never go into that game confident. I was just joking when I
yeah,
brought that.
but like it's you don't see it from top teams, and I agree with you saying the Broncos top team. They should be beating these teams.
And I'm calling it now, and I'll say it again. They'll finish on bottom 8.
Oh, that'll be crazy. I got him top four, but we'll see how it goes. But well done Roosters, and well done Savala. What a starting debut. Good
And
on
Billy
you.
Smith.
Quickly after the game,
Oh,
Spencer Leniu and JT got into a bit of a tiff.
Yeah.
I agree. Look, I don't see anything wrong with what Spencer done. If you want to tell
It's
them what
been
happened.
it's
What?
blown out of a proportion, bro.
Do you see something wrong with it?
Yeah, flicking off the crowd.
Who cares?
I care.
But he's done it before.
Yeah, and it's wrong then and it's wrong now.
No,
Flicking
we're
off
not
the-
talking
But
about.
that
We're
wasn't the
talking about
problem.
him and his tiff with JT.
Flicking off the crowd, looked at Thurston, yeah, and fuck you too.
And the two grown men
Who
on the
talks to a
field.
man like that? Well, Thurston didn't play.
Are you
No,
talking about
yeah.
a grown man that just finished a hard-fought victory with all these, what do you call them? They have these things running in them.
Adrenaline.
Adrenaline rushing.
Yeah.
He's pissed off always, as it is.
Yeah.
W-
Grow up.
I don't see
Grow
nothing
up.
wrong
Do
with
that
it.
on the street.
I don't see nothing
Well,
wrong with
no. What was the cause of that whole tiff?
What? The
It didn't
the
just
comments
stem there. Yeah, of course.
That happened a year ago.
No.
What, and then what?
a year
what's
ago.
Yeah, it was last year.
That's a problem, but Leniu wasn't so much just angry about that. About the fact that Thurston kicked up a stink about what Leniu done and what the punishment was.
Yeah.
He never opened his mouth once for Ezra Mam's punishment.
And then
Yeah,
he has
but-
the nerve to try interview him about whatever.
I don't know how. So
Yeah.
you guys in this scenario think Thurston's in the wrong?
I think they're both in the wrong, but I don't care.
I
about
don't
it.
think
Spencer's
I think Spencer's in the wrong.
I don't think
100%.
No, you know what? I don't think anyone's in the wrong.
I think
These are just
Spencer's in
two
the
grown men sorting
How
out.
is flicking off the crowd?
We've seen that many times. Why
Yeah,
is
and
that?
it's bad
Why-
every single time.
It's bad every single time, and it happens every single time.
Yeah,
Who
and it's
cares?
bad every single time.
Do
Then
you agree with me, Mo?
You,
Oh, no, I'm with you. I'm not with
and then
you.
you
What does it
turn,
matter?
you turn to Thurston, you swear at him for something that happened a year ago.
Well, you saw a man that spoke bad about you and threw dirt on your name. Yeah.
And then he has the nerve to come approach you and ask you like
Yeah.
like nothing happened.
He works for Channel 9, cuz. He works for the broadcasters.
Doesn't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, we
you
don't
guys
give a
are
fuck.
so right. You guys are thinking of it like,
What, like on the street stuff?
yeah.
Oh, well, on the field.
If it's different. But even on the street.
I'll
Imagine
tell-
that on the street.
Yeah.
Imagine like you just walk up to someone and just start flicking them
I'll
off.
tell you what would happen on the street.
What?
Thurston would have come out and give us 2 cents about Lenu.
100% it would.
I'll tell you something else on the street. When you want to give your opinion about someone because your brother, your so-called people were attacked, well, next time come out when that same person does something wrong and speak on that issue. You want to come out and say 8 weeks wasn't enough, so come out and say Ezra Mam deserved at least 1 year.
Two different things.
Spencer has a
What
has
are
a
two
right.
Two different things.
No, it's not.
Yes,
Spencer
it
has
is.
a right.
One was a racial issue. One was a racial issue, and
Yeah.
one was a completely different issue.
What was his issue?
What, he hit a pregnant lady in a car? No, she wasn't pregnant, but he hit
He
it.
injured a
He sent a 2-year-old to hospital.
Yes, yes,
two-year-old
okay.
to
And he
What's
only
wrong
got
with
9
you?
weeks. Spencer got 8 weeks for a
Okay,
racial-
now, the racist issue, right, the racist problem here happened why? Because imagine I'm a Muslim and someone calls all the Muslims next to me
That's
terrorists.
nothing
It
like
is,
that.
it's exactly the same.
No, it's not.
It is.
This guy sounds like the media, bro.
I'm not, what are you talking about?
That's exactly what the issue was.
'Cause-
It was one brown fella to another brown fella saying what they said.
Okay,
Are you
agreed.
serious?
Yeah.
So if I
100%.
say something like that to you, you get upset.
If you bring in religion, yes.
He's the same religion as you.
Yeah, but if you bring in, go deeper. Which
But,
one are we going way too
but there is
technical?
no deeper.
Listen.
You're blow. Well,
No,
you
no,
sound
no,
like
no, no, no. Listen.
You sound like Buzz right now.
He said-
To me, Spencer's allowed to have his opinion and refuse the interview.
That's it.
Yes.
and,
agreed.
and then JT kicked up a stink about him not having an interview, so fuck you. He deserves
No,
it. What
that's
do you
not
want?
what happened.
Yeah.
How do you know that's not what happened?
Because if it's all on,
Oh, our podcast.
it's all footage. It's all on footage. It's all on camera. Where he approached him and he started swearing at him.
Okay.
But how do you know what
Anyway,
Judge said?
listen. One was a racial issue, and I agree. They're both brown. I've found nothing wrong with what he said. But one was a racial
there was
issue.
something wrong with what he said, but two.
No, but two, they're both brown.
yeah,
If
that's
you
the
call
thing.
me a terrorist, I'm not going to get offended.
No, you're not.
No.
But us looking from the outside in, it's offensive. But to them, they shouldn't.
And
have
it's not
been
professional at
offended.
the end of the day.
Yes.
We agree on that.
Agreed. Now, he got mad at what? Because it's racial. What he done is it's only Ezra Mam. It's Ezra Mam is the problem, and the NRL's at fault. Thurston has nothing to do with that. Thurston is Aboriginal.
Yes.
You just said he works for 9 and he had to speak on it. So why don't you come out and
I
say...
didn't say that. He speaks. He works with 9. He wants to interview with Lenu. He just put in a great performance
Okay,
against one of the best
when one
fullbacks in the
person
game.
tells you, fuck off, you spoke bad on my name, you fuck off and walk away.
Yeah.
Don't go up to the coach like a little girl and say, oh, 1, 2, 3 happened, help me.
Yeah,
And when
didn't
and,
say
and
one
backtrack.
thing.
Oh no, I didn't say that.
yeah, I didn't say that. You get paid to
I
do
think
a job.
Lenu's the problem.
You get paid to do a job.
I think Lenu's
and
the problem.
players sometimes have problems with these, the words that are spoken from this media.
I
crew.
agree.
And just it is what it is.
I agree. Two separate things. Ezra Mam, I completely agree with you. Ezra Mam should have been banned for a minimum of a year. Easy.
Yes.
For what he
Yes,
done, easily.
We all agree on that.
Yeah.
100%.
So why didn't JT come out and speak about?
Because he didn't have to.
He doesn't have. So why did he have to come out and speak about Spencer?
Because he's a part of that group.
Well, real men...
He's a part of that group. He can. Even though I don't think what Lenu said was wrong.
You
Not
keep
wrong.
your professional and your normal life. Like I know, I understand it's part of that culture.
Yes.
Whatever, but you keep that out. Your professional, your journo, whatever. You stick to being a journo. You don't bring your own agendas into the journalism.
I agree.
Exactly.
I agree. But he still spoke about it. He doesn't have to speak about Ezra Mam.
Okay, he can take "fuck you" as an answer. No, I don't want to fuck
Yeah, he
you.
could have said it in a better
If you're a
way.
man, not to speak about someone's...
Could have said it better. And the worst thing about
Someone's-
this, the whole reason why I brought this up, well, it wasn't to get into like a 10-minute argument. The whole reason why I brought this up is it took away from a great Roosters win. Because right after the game, it made all the headlines.
Is that where you were going?
That's where I was going. All right? It took away from
It did
great
because the
history.
headlines should never have been
Well,
about that. It was two
yes.
blokes on the sideline that had a tiff.
Literally.
It should not have been reported as much as it did.
Yeah.
But the
And
media
JT
jumped
shouldn't
on
have
it.
ran and cried
Of
to the
course they
coach.
did. Of course they're going to.
Well, JT shouldn't walk up to Lenny anyway.
Even if he did, it's fine. Take fuck yous and answer. Don't run to the coach. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
No, maybe JT didn't know that he has an issue with him.
Well,
now he does.
now.
That's very true. Anyway, we move on to the Sharks versus the Manly Sea Eagles, 24 points to 18. Great performance by the Sharks. Even a great game, actually, in general. I don't know if he's watched it. On the chat, some of you were saying this is a shit game. I think it was your brother who said it.
Well, it was a pretty rubbish game
I
at the
thought it was
start.
alright.
At the first probably 20 minutes was
Agree, yeah.
absolute
You know what?
rubbish.
The end was, oh my God, his
But I
lightning
think,
gonna strike
I think we
twice.
know whose team it is now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally, it's
Yeah,
Trindle.
it's
Yeah,
Trindle's
Mr.
team.
Trindle, yeah.
Just
It's-
chuck the 7 on him.
it's
Save
Trindle's team.
Hines the criticism with the number on his
But we've
back.
always known.
Yeah, well, you got to change the number though,
Yeah, true.
because
You
that
don't-
number
you don't
brings
have
headlines.
to.
It does.
Because seeing a
You
7,
get criticised more as a 7 than
That's
you do
very
as a
true.
6.
That's
Exactly
very
right.
true. Hines ran a lot more this game. 14 runs, 103 meters, 4 tackle busts. It's okay. But we spoke about last week. Hines goes to fullback. William Kennedy had the game of his life.
What a fullback!
He
bro. I've
looked
always said
fucking-
it.
Cause we
He
always
killed
criticised
it.
him about his attack. He was there.
Oh my
he
God.
was the guy.
He was everywhere.
He looked so good.
He was
My
it.
God. But let's talk. The try that got disallowed. Did you see it?
Yes. Yeah, I seen it.
Is that a try? I think that was a try.
I think it's a harsh call because
think it's very harsh.
The player was running back or whatever. What was it? He was running
No,
back.
so he says he doesn't take up a position and stop, but he's running towards
That's
the
what I
ball.
don't understand. There's so many.
That's what
I've
confused
never
me.
heard that.
If he didn't score that next try,
Yeah, it would have been a shit
then
go.
I would
media
have
would
been
have
filthy.
jumped on this.
I would have
uh,
like-
been filthy.
Yeah, because
like-
for those who didn't see it, bomb goes up, Kennedy catches it, runs a whole field and scores.
Fuck me, he was on a treadmill, but
Yeah, he's so slow, but how many people? He stepped like 3 people.
yeah, he done very well.
Right, but it makes no sense because like he didn't pick a position and stop. When was that the rule?
There was a
He's
lot of-
running towards the ball.
When
There was a
was
lot of
anything
things I learned this week about the NRL.
That you never knew about?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that. Or one of the Titans play the Bulls where he was a bit off balance, so they called
Yeah,
it,
they were
Yeah.
called it a
both
foul,
film,
like
yeah.
a wrong play or
Yeah,
something.
wrong play the ball.
That didn't make sense to
Yeah.
me either. Like, where are these rules coming from? Are they just making them up as they
I
go?
don't know. That one, I've heard the balance one. You go off balance.
But like, he played the
I've
ball
heard-
with his foot and
I know,
everything.
I've
You
heard
say that once
was
every few
Bo
years?
Fermo.
Yeah,
Yeah. That was, but I've heard that before. I've seen that before. This one,
yeah.
you got to stop and pick a spot. What?
Yeah, that's the first. That's the
but
first
he's
one.
running towards the ball.
Doesn't make sense.
Nothing
me
makes
out.
sense anymore,
Yeah, I swear to God.
which is why we love the game.
100%.
And I would have
Keeps you on your toes.
because if I was video referee, I'm giving it to him just on effort, bro. The bloke fucking
what a
ran around
try.
people, stepped people, fucking done everything, weaved, bobbed,
What a
rolled.
try. And then, but the try that he did get, wow.
It was
again.
also fucking
Oh my
hard.
God. Gets the ball broken field, looked like a prime Jared Hayne, just breaking through
Literally.
tackles, stepping.
And then
Goes
darts
through,
to the line.
scores.
And he looked pretty quick there.
Yeah, it was only 20 metres. He's pretty quick over 20 metres. But no, Sharks, well done. Like I was saying, I thought, are Manly going to do it? These blokes got their hearts broken last week by Canberra.
Yeah,
Are Manly going to come and score in the last minute? Cherry Evans scored in the 78th
2
minute.
intercepts. To come
Yeah.
back.
Luke Brooks and Cherry
Michael.
Evans.
No.
Oh no, the first one was
Talau.
Falalo,
Talau.
the winger, Falalo.
Wasn't it Talau?
No. Oh yeah, today and he got tackled and then off it they scored. Cherry Evans, sea parted.
Literally.
He scored in the 78th minute. They had 2 minutes to hold them off. Manly were attacking. Sharks held on. It was a win they needed, coming off 2 straight losses. Sitting in 9th. Again, they're a team that a lot of
They
people
both
haven't.
don't look like top 8 teams.
No,
No one looks like a
Oh, no.
Nah, no
certain
one.
top 8
Nah,
team.
no one.
It's a very... Anyone can beat anyone in this comp, is
Yeah.
what I've
Literally.
noticed. Except for the
Any given
Bulldogs.
day.
No one can beat them at the moment.
Crazy. I don't know why.
It's a weird world, bro. It's an alternate world we live in,
Yeah, it is.
but it's the truth.
Yeah, no, it is the truth. Anyone can win. And
Yeah.
it's very weird. But it's so exciting. It's why you love this game. That's why there's a calorie cap.
Calorie.
Calorie.
Oh, we're
There's a
dieting.
calorie cap. A salary cap.
Calorie cap at 2,200 calories.
We move on to the South Sydney Rabbitohs versus the Cowboys. This was probably arguably the most boring game of the round. Other than Purdue just pumping it.
Because
I reckon-
some more.
Yeah.
When I sell him, he wants to get
Sell
113
him?
points.
Well, I have him, but I haven't played him once.
He saw my call
You play him?
I did.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
been getting better each week.
at 2:15
Per-
p.m.
Purdue, I
got
feel
it-
like-
I got my cousin play Purdue. He's gonna score 2 tries.
He's finding confidence. He's
Yeah,
finding
but
very
you know,
big
he,
What
done,
is
he
fi-
actually done that.
Yeah, I believe him
He's
because
been-
he just does it week in, week out now. It's not
Yeah,
even
but he
shocking
showed us the
anymore.
proof. It was crazy.
I had
couldn't
messages
believe
at
it.
2:15 p.m. I
I
got paid
believe you.
Purdue. He's
It's
going to
not-
score 2 tries.
It's not shocking at this
But
point.
why did you
Purdue's
message me, scum?
They all are.
Purdue's been having, he's been having a blinder since they started the year.
Yeah.
Guys, like you know, you always told me get rid of your Supercoach team. I probably should at this point. I played Tina.
He was coming up against the Dragons.
I had Dylan Egan sitting on the bench.
No.
I didn't even play.
So that was a play you meant to put in.
Yes,
Oh my
but I was
God.
at work. I was working all week from
Yeah.
2 to 10.
You're in shambles.
Yeah, anyway.
I still won, but
Did you?
yeah.
The Rabbitohs were leading, and something happened.
They started losing.
No, something happened that turned the game.
That tends to happen.
Schnitzel.
Schnitzel.
You guys talk about the game while
Yeah.
while I find this.
I just want to say Latrell had a good game.
Latrell did have a good game. I didn't expect him to have a bad game.
But you know what's weird about Latrell? You put him in 5'8", you say, oh, damn, like they need him in center. You put him in center, bro, they missed him in fullback. Like, they just don't have a balanced team right now. That's the problem.
They don't have gap fillers to fill those gaps.
No, they don't.
Like,
They
they're
don't
very-
even have, like, mediocre players to fill.
That's the problem.
Very rookie players.
They're very lucky. You know what's scary? They've got so many injuries. When these injuries come back, they could fucking actually be a good side.
I said when they come back, they'll be in the A.
So who's talking about? I wasn't paying attention.
The Rabbitohs?
Ah, yes.
Because we're saying when you take Latrell out of one position, put him in another, then the other position's lacking
They're just
because
always
he's not there.
lacking somewhere.
But when they're back, I think their forward pack isn't strong enough. That's their issue.
I think they're good enough to make the 8. I
Maybe,
reckon
yeah,
Latrell and
maybe.
Cody and Jai Gray.
Yeah.
Jai Gray.
I love Dry Gray.
You and Aitken in
I love Dry Gray.
you and Aitken in the second row would be fucking awesome.
You
for
put
Yes.
us.
that guy at coach who will have a good game.
Yeah, badly.
I love Dry Gray.
He's so good.
Love him.
He's literally right now. He's top 5 fullback.
Yeah, he's
Right now.
I want to fight
Top
Blaze
three.
Talangi,
Top 3.
Who's better than him?
Connor Tracy.
Yeah, no.
Oh my god.
I thought you were gonna say fucking Pappenhausen or something.
Pappenhausen on form.
No. Jai
on
Gray
for-
is the
on-
most consistent
Jai
fullback.
No, on form this year, who's better besides,
Gray.
besides
I reckon
Gutherson?
Jai Gray is the best fullback right now.
You're not wrong.
But besides Gutherson, who's better than him?
Consistency this year. Dry Gray's up there, cuz. Top
Yeah,
2.
Literally.
Don't look at me like I was wrong.
Honestly, no, Gutherson.
I reckon
and
he's
him-
more useful to the Rabbitohs than Gutherson is to Drake.
No way!
I reckon that's such
What
a,
are you
That's
saying?
probably the worst take
That's
I've ever had.
100% the worst
That was very bad.
That's worse than mine and Spencer Lenu and
Yeah,
Thurston.
that's rubbish.
Wow. Anyway, I want to fight Blaze Talangi. I want to make love to Dry Gray. That's how much I love him.
He's on smoke or he's on
I
love?
love him.
Or-
He just makes he makes me so proud to be short.
He's holding it down for the short people,
He is,
straight
bro.
out.
He's doing a lot for us.
Literally.
There's a lot of, not really a lot to carry around, but still, we
You
appreciate
do you,
it.
short king.
All right.
How many runs?
Oh, let's see.
He had, I think,
You
27
can stop
runs.
glazing his.
No, 28! What?
What?
The fuck?
I know ball. I know ball.
What?
What'd you say?
27. It was so close.
I
28.
know. I'll do this.
I couldn't hear because Ali was too busy polishing his knob.
Oh, I love him. 250,000 metres. He ran 237 metres.
You want to talk about a player that accommodates for Latrell?
5 tackle
This
busts,
is the
a
most
line
perfect
break.
player for him.
5 tackles, 0 missed. Oh, fantastic. Anyway, turning point in this game. Souths were up by 16 points. No, is it 16 points?
Whoa. No, they weren't.
They were up by like 12 or 14.
No, it was
maybe.
12 points to 6, right? Last tackle, I can't remember who goes through, but it's a try-saving tackle on the line by
Oh, the hip drop?
the hip drop.
Okay.
By,
Jack Wyden.
By Jack Wyden.
That was an hip drop.
That gets called as a hip drop. McIntyre scores in the 56th, Purdue in the 62nd, Purdue in the 67th. In the space of 10 minutes, they scored 3 tries.
Swear to
With a
God.
man down.
With a man down, but no, he didn't get Simba.
Didn't he get Simba?
Nah, but it was off that penalty.
Yeah.
They went bang, bang, bang. That is never, not in any day of the week, a hip drop.
What do you do? What do you want him to do?
I have no idea. Because he
There's-
said it to the ref as well.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do there?
There's no other way you can tackle him at that point. With the positions they were both in, that's the only way you
Yeah.
can tackle him.
I thought, you don't agree, that's not a hip drop. Yeah? Okay. I thought I knew what a hip drop was. I'm like, I figured it out. I know what a hip drop is. Have no idea.
We also thought we knew what a head high is.
Yeah,
I
so,
also have no idea.
zilch.
Did you see this cause of penalties over the week? Like, rubbish. Absolute rubbish.
To be fair, there were so many that were forceful direct contact to the head that were not sin
Sin
bins.
bins, yeah.
And there were so many that were not
Shoulders,
forceful.
literally shoulder to neck tackles.
head.
Yeah.
Calling.
Yeah.
So,
Shoulder to neck, we're getting sin bin, cuz.
I swear to God.
Shoulder to chins, he left them on.
Yeah.
I was tripping out.
Yeah.
But this one is one of the worst calls I've ever seen. Because it's a one-on-one tackle, try saver from behind. He grabs him by the shoulders and yanks him down. I thought a hip drop was you fall down to the legs and you wrap with your own legs around his legs. You fall on him.
Weight on the ankles,
Understandable.
yeah.
Yes, aiming at the ankles. This, cuz he had no time to even think of that.
No, he was just tackling him.
And it was crazy.
Because there's no way a professional footy player is going to let him just run in because he's scared he's going to make a hip
100%.
drop tackle.
But it wasn't even a hip drop.
Well, I
He
know,
grabbed
but
him by the shoulder.
No one's thinking about it. Like, I'm
Crazy.
going to tackle him and that's it. It's not going to be...
Isn't that a problem when every player on the field is confused about the call? Like, they don't even know what's going on anymore.
Yeah.
NRL players don't know the rules these days. They're just going with what the ref says.
They literally, and they don't know what to milk anymore. They'll grab their neck and they'll call it hip drop.
Yeah.
Gufferson will grab his elbow and they'll say it was a head high. They don't know what to milk anymore.
Players are just staying down for the sake of hoping to find something in the bunker because there's that many things that
And
they
they
don't
give
know
them, but
anymore.
they give them.
And they give them.
It's an issue.
Very big issue.
It's an issue. You see it all the time. They stay down. As soon as the penalty's blown,
Pappenhausen, king of it.
they're up again.
Anywho,
But hey,
Do you think?
go hard. All right. We move on to the Canberra Raiders versus the Parramatta Eels. The Raiders 50 points to 12.
wow, beautiful. Love to see it.
You love to see it. Absolutely love to see it.
And their back rows are still on smoke.
Yeah, the Raiders absolutely mopping the Eels. The Eels sitting in bottom of the ladder where they belong.
This is such a Raiders game.
Yeah, right before the game, it was announced that Lomax was out of the game.
Well, no, we knew before that.
That call
When
was
was
on
it?
Tuesday.
No, was it?
Yeah,
it
it
was
was.
listed.
It was before.
Hey, it was listed, but right after the
No,
team list
it
came
was
out.
literally
Oh, that's right. That's
on-
right.
on
Right
team
after.
list.
Yeah, right
They
after
came
team
out
list.
with,
That his leg was
Because he
Example-
kicked that field goal with a fractured
That's
foot.
what I was going to
Just wait.
say. Against the Dragons, he had a broken foot.
That's crazy.
Stayed out there just to kick that
And
field
I
goal.
tipped the Eels because Lomax was playing.
Well, did you?
But,
Oh, yeah, you did.
I said if Lomax is... No, I said because of Lomax.
Yeah.
Bro, Eels, you thought they were bad without Moses?
My God. Without Lomax?
You thought... You thought they were rubbish about Moses? But with that... Lomax just came in this year. You shouldn't
Yeah.
look that bad. You shouldn't rely so much on someone.
On one man. A
Because of the
center.
centre.
A
A
center.
center.
Yeah.
Wow, bro. The Raiders
Like, where's the
absolutely killed them.
$1.3 million man?
Guys, just give him the number 7 jersey, Lomax, at this point.
Give him everything.
Voila.
Literally.
Everything. The guy does everything for your club.
Give him the keys to the club.
Because the scoring, literally, they scored. Canberra scored 8 tries. The 2 tries for the Eels was Dylan Brown decided to run. Excuse me. Well
And they
done.
confused the Raiders because like, oh my God, he's running.
Yeah, he's running.
What do we do?
Well done, dipshit. And Adokar scores for the 3rd game straight.
He's burning me.
Yeah, he's pissing me off. He's scoring every game.
And he's celebrating
Yeah.
every try.
Because they were
like it's a
down by
grand
like 20
final.
points when he celebrated. He done the top a lot.
Yeah, they were down.
Yeah.
He done the...
Oh yeah, he done the little jig. But no, the Raiders absolutely killed them. The Parramatta Eels, an honest conversation here. What is the problem with the Parramatta Eels?
Absolutely everything.
What's not the
Everything.
problem? What's not the problem? They have no direction.
Even their selection of players. Does anyone else have a problem with Katoni?
Yeah, I don't know how he gets a start. How does this guy start?
For those who don't know who that is, Katoni Kotoga, who was brought up in the Bulldogs pathways.
Played for us last year.
I haven't been
He
more
did.
happier
He had to
To
play go.
let someone
than
go.
to see a player go. I keep an eye on every Doggies player that left
Yeah,
us
I do too.
with a microscope.
Yeah.
He's dropped the ball every game
Yeah.
that he started.
Yep.
Every
agree.
single
Yeah,
game?
Every
Every
single game.
Last week he dropped the ball 3 times.
He is. Let me bring up his stats from this game.
How do you pick him over Madison, Sean Lane?
I made 1 error this week, which is pretty good for him.
That's
And
the one.
it
That's
was
the one.
literally his first touch. He knocked it
Yeah,
on.
yeah, he did. He did. But he starts
How's he getting a start?
because Madison is on their reserves.
Does that tell you something? The coach is the problem.
No.
What? Who's selecting the team?
I like Rolls, bro.
I like
Rolls
Rolls
too.
too. I think you
He's
got to
had
give
such a good apprenticeship too, bro.
him time.
I know, give him time.
This isn't his team, by the way.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the big factor.
Yeah.
But who's he signing?
We'll just wait.
That's
Besides
a good
Lomax.
talking point, Moy.
Besides Lomax.
Very
Oh,
good.
it is a very good
Very
topic.
Tune in on
good
Wednesday to
talking
hear
Yeah.
where Galvin's going.
But yeah,
Leaked, he
like,
flows.
what isn't the problem? Like Youngie, bro, I feel sorry for this guy, bro. He's playing so hard.
Yeah, he
Dylan Brown
tries.
plays whenever he remembers he's on a contract.
Yeah.
Well, that's the problem. There's only one player at a time playing on the team. When Lomax is in there, it's Yongi. When Yongi is in there, it's Moses. When Moses is in there, it's fucking someone else.
Swear
Why
to
are they not all playing consistently?
It's their forward pack. Their forward pack is everyone other than Katoga, who should not be there. Katoni should not be there, right? and Jermaine Hobgood, they're all 30 plus. You've got Joe Fahengawi, Junior Paulo, Sean Lane. They're all 30 plus. Like, and who's on your bench? You got Dylan Walker.
Bro, he's playing very well.
I like him. He's good.
He's trying everything.
No. He's been
Their best player?
for the past 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Who are their second row?
Lomax, but he's been good, huh?
Who are their second row?
Their second rowers are Sean Lane and Katoni Katoga.
So how isn't fucking Walker starting in the second row? Would you start him in the second row?
He's more of a lock,
No,
but
yeah,
you bring him off of the bench. I love him off the bench, but
He's doing a job for him off the bench.
like Charlie Guymer, you have all these raps on him. Play him.
Because they dropped him after one game.
I know, but he's back. He's playing.
I
He
know.
played off the bench. He played for what? 30 minutes.
The problem is they have probably the second weakest forward pack in the game after Rabbitohs.
Yeah.
And they shouldn't be, but they are anyway. And then what happens is they have no damaging back rowers, like in their centres and
No.
wingers.
Yeah, no.
Absolutely no meter eaters. And the forwards get tired, and it's just so easy to beat them up in the middle.
Because Sean Russell's their centre.
Yeah.
Who are their reserves? Like, who do they rotate the bench with? The props.
Luca Moretti, nothing special.
Nothing.
Charlie Guymer, who has a bright future, but they don't play him. Who else played this game?
You know, he is playing out of his skin.
Who?
Riley Smith.
Ryan Madison, played off the bench this game. They bought him last second.
Riley
See,
Smith's having
that's
good
the problem.
games.
Their forwards get tired.
Yeah, but he's not getting.
He's having very good games, Ali.
He's playing good, but it doesn't help when the team isn't coming with you.
Oh, yeah, you're right. He can't change the game.
That's exactly
But he's a
right.
dog, bro.
He's a good player.
He's
I like him
in
a
their
lot.
face. He's tackling machine.
I like him a lot.
Pressure.
Yeah.
But then no one else around him is doing the same as
I like him
him.
a lot.
That's the problem.
Will Pennicini, in my opinion, one of the most damaging ball runners.
Yeah.
He's so strong.
On his day, bro.
Yeah, but they don't get him ball.
Nah.
They don't
You
get
know
him
who gives
ball.
him ball? Moses.
That's exactly, yeah,
Gives
100%.
him beautiful ball.
Yeah,
That's what they're
but he's not
missing.
here.
They're missing that. They're missing Moses dearly, and we know they always do. And their forwards are old. They get tired quickly, and then their rotation is shit.
Yeah.
Because they have no one, Moe. They have no
He said
one.
that so blunt.
Yeah, they have no one. Now let's turn to the Raiders. A bit of positivity. Stand-up performances. Kyle Wicks. Sebastian Chris.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
wow.
was
What
waiting
a
for that.
season he's having.
I'm sorry. Bro, I honestly used to go to sleep asking myself, how's this bloke playing first grade?
Your famous words start of the year was, how is this guy still playing first grade?
Because I would lose sleep knowing that he's playing first grade and I'm not. He was dog shit.
He was.
How good is he?
He's been playing out of his skin. And just on his topic, I don't know why this gave me flashbacks. See how you said there's only 2 teams that can beat you? The Raiders are a hoodoo
I
team
said
too.
it. Yeah, I said it.
There's 3 teams, and
Yeah.
if Sebastian Chris keeps playing the way he's going to score like 3 on you because Ali hates him.
Well, he's actually he's dominated.
No, I love him. I
2
love
years
him
ago,
now.
he dominated us.
Yeah, I love
Chris.
him now. He has one good game. Not this year. He's had one bad game this year.
Literally, he's playing every game out of his skin.
He's playing so good.
Him?
So stand-up performances, like I said. Jamal Fogarty. Well, Ethan Strange's best game of the year
Yeah.
by far. Josh Papali'i. How is he still doing this?
You're about to name every player.
Honestly.
Because Raiders aren't a one-man band.
100%.
Because he still hasn't said young.
Tarpany, I was going to get there.
Nicholson.
Young and Nicholson.
Nicholson.
Starling,
Oh, Horsburgh.
Horsburgh.
What a
You
team.
still haven't. You're just going to name all of them. They have team full of 7 out of 10s, but they play
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10s every week.
Yeah. They want to play. They love to
Guys,
play.
I just want to... Corey Horsburgh ran 18 runs, 216 metres. Is your lock
With a smile on his face.
Yeah, right.
Because he's a psycho.
running at the biggest people on the field?
Yeah, he's a psycho.
Well, I have a theory to why
216
they're so
metres.
good. I don't know if you just want to hear it.
Yeah,
Tell
of
me.
course we do.
No, we
So
wanna hear it.
Canberra, you're in Canberra. I feel like it's cold there and there's nothing to do. So Ricky Stewart has them all trapped in a barn, right? And the only time they get to see some sunlight is when they're playing the game. So it's the only free time they have to run around.
Like people.
And they go and do it like their life depends on it. That's the only theory.
But you know what? That might be it.
I don't know, man. They're so they're very good, very fun to watch. They can do it all. They put 50 on the Parramatta Eels, right? And as bad as the Parramatta Eels are, I think this is the second time this year that 50's been put on them. Right? So not every team's done it to them. And then they can win a tight, grindy game like they did last week. They're such a good team. They're so well
They're
coached.
scary.
You love to see them do good.
Did you
because
have
it's,
in your bottom 2?
yes, I did.
That's scary. That is very
No,
scary.
not bottom 2.
You did. You had him at 16.
No.
And I had him at 17.
Not bottom 2.
And then we had Dolphins at 16.
Let's check. I had Dolphins last. I had the Raiders in 16th.
How scary is that? Like on paper, we thought they were nothing.
They're so good, bro. They're so good. They're so well coached. Talking about Jamal Fogarty, like we said at the beginning.
I had him 13.
13, yeah, so they're fourth right now.
Literally top 8 team.
Yeah. They're
No,
fourth
no,
right
they
now.
fall off. Trust me.
They say when a team concedes 50, they come in the grand final.
Yeah.
Happened twice to the Eagles.
Yeah, so what?
So they're not going to win for next year either.
All right. So Ricky Stewart after the game was asked about Jamal Fogarty, and he gave like a 6-minute spiel about it. I don't know if
It was as he was wrapping up the.
yeah, right at the end. It was the last question they
Yeah.
asked him. He went on for 6 minutes, and he goes, "Bro, Ricky Stewart is the type of coach I'd love to play for.
He
if
loves
I was
his
a
players.
player,
He absolutely
if
loves
I
them.
was a player, I'd love to play for
Well,
him."
it shows.
Yeah, and this is what he says. It is exactly what he said. He's like, my problem is sometimes it bites me in the ass, sometimes it doesn't. Is I'm too honest with the players. He says I've sat down with Jamal. We're gonna sit down next week and hopefully get a contract signed. He goes, but if something's happened with Manly, we're gonna know about it and there's gonna be some actions taken because Manly can't talk to him up until November.
Yeah.
But he's like, I'm sometimes too honest with the players, and that's a problem. He
He
goes,
won't shoot.
he goes, I told Jamal that I want you here for another year because we're still bringing in Sanders. If Sanders isn't ready, I'm going to offer you another year. Until Sanders is ready, then I'll let you go. He's that blunt.
They're all like his sons, literally. He speaks them.
Because he's that blunt with him. He's telling him, I'll offer you a year.
There's no tactics, no
No.
shady moves.
Yeah.
That's what he said. I don't
Just
sugarcoat it to my players. That's what he said. I tell them how it is, and I respect it.
Because, yeah, but it's crazy to hear that.
It
You
is,
can hear
of
that.
course.
I can come out and say, no, I'm honest with my players. But he told the whole world,
Yeah.
well, you're going to get offered a year contract. You're going to stay here and Ethan Sanders is going to learn his trade off you. When Ethan Sanders is ready, we're going to replace you with Ethan Sanders and then we'll let you go.
What a
But, yeah.
coach, man.
Bro, that's so blunt.
He's literally.
But you can see where
all-time
Fogarty
great
come
coach.
from to look for another club.
100% I agree. Completely understandable, right?
And he deserves a premiership, bro.
Who?
Ricky Stewart.
Yeah, he does. He does. He really does.
Because I don't think he's won one. Yeah, coached him.
No,
No.
2002, he wasn't the coach of the Roosters yet. No.
Well, he made it with the Raiders a couple of years ago.
Yeah, they
No,
lost.
he
Yeah, they lost.
deserves
I'm
to
talking
win
about
one.
winning. No, in
Yeah.
2002, he wasn't the coach.
He was
of the Roosters.
coaching Roosters at that.
2004, he was their coach when they lost to the Dogs. 2003, he was their coach when they
Yeah.
lost to the Panthers.
He deserves.
He does.
Yeah. But no, it's just crazy to see that. Fresh birthday. If you haven't seen that interview, go watch it because it's just different. It's different. All right. We move on to the Storm 42, the Warriors 14. My God. The literally Storm came out, played the first half, and then sent out their reserve grade for the second half.
Yeah. Well, we said it last week. They love to put a number on them, and they did exactly that.
Yeah, they've scored 6 tries in the first half. It was
That's
36-0 at half time. They
what
scored
a Storm's
yeah,
performance, man.
crazy. They scored 1 try, like literally took the foot off the pedal.
We're just speaking about Ricky Stewart.
Huh?
We're just speaking about Ricky Stewart.
Yeah.
This is
Bellamy.
Bellamy all over him.
Yeah.
All over it. Sorry.
Yeah.
This is what he loves. He loves to dominate teams, start to finish, or just put a number on them and just
Coasted.
let out his juniors do
Yeah,
the rest.
relax.
He loves this type of games.
Relax. The Warriors, bro, they tried, but it wasn't like they just rolled over. They kept trying, and it's just errors is what killed them at the end. Like where's the completion rate? 69% completions. You do that against the Storm, you're gonna get thumped.
Yeah,
Right,
I'm
but they
surprised it wasn't worse.
Yeah, 100%. That's what I'm saying. They kept trying, but you give the Storm that much ball, you're gonna get mopped. Pappenhausen, how many try assists did he get? Did he end up getting at the end of the game? 1 try assist. Wow.
And a try.
1 try assist, 3 tackle bars, 2 line break assists, 2 offloads. Because I seen on Supercoach, he killed it without
No,
a try.
I'm sure he had like 3 or 4 try contributions.
Contributions, yeah, everything
So
went through him. A lot of
he's
things went
breaking,
through him.
yeah, he's breaking tackles.
Yeah,
And this is like typical Storms.
yeah.
And it slowed down a lot when Hughes came off.
So he came off in the beginning of the second half.
Yeah, and that's
Xavier
bit of
Coates
a-
came off
bit of a
after
problem, would
as
you
well.
say?
Let's see how bad it
you
is,
can't
'cause we
say
haven't-
because they demolished them, but
We haven't heard anything yet about how severe Jerome Hughes' injury is.
I thought I heard something, but I don't know.
I
think
don't know,
I've seen
watch on
something
Thursday
A couple of weeks, I heard.
For the review, for the preview, I should say. We'll know more about it then. But when he came off, Xavier Coates came off as well in the 68th minute. I don't know what the goal is there, but hopefully it's nothing too serious because the Storm, you want them at their best.
And they need him.
They're so fun to watch. 100%.
Yeah.
Jerome
Yeah.
Hughes is.
It is the Jerome Hughes show. When
Jerome Hughes runs that team,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is we said it a few weeks ago. Crazy to say.
Yeah.
Crazy to
A
say,
couple
but
years
that's
ago,
his
it was
team.
the Munster show.
It was. But Munster has found his spot in that team.
And he's doing it well.
They're playing fantastic. And they're all a team full of fullbacks.
Yeah, and the Warriors too, like
There's that shining light that comes off the bench. The one that
Tony
scores the
Husha?
try. No, for Warriors.
Yeah, hella Seamer.
Hella Seamer.
oh, he's a
What
unit.
a fucking player.
He's an absolute wrecking ball.
Bro, what a human.
Do you think the Warriors will make the 8?
No.
The way because they like even this the game where it looked like they were gonna get mopped. They did get mopped, but they stuck in. They hung in. Do you think they'll like?
But this is where it starts from. This is where it always starts for Warriors. They fight for a bit and then they just end up getting choked out.
fall off.
Yeah.
I love the Warriors. I hope they make the 8.
Yeah, well, they had this whole halves debacle.
Yeah, I think it's sorted out now.
They,
Yeah, Metcalf and...
well, Metcalf didn't.
He goes too quiet. I agree,
He
but
went too quiet when he decided to run. He scored.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like
it was right at the end of the game, but
direct line.
He's got to
run
find
the
his
ball.
consistency. When he
Yeah.
does, the Warriors will actually
He's got to
perform.
threaten. He's got to be a threat.
he does.
If you're gonna run, not 100% and then just play the ball, you're basically doing what the other backs do.
Yeah,
You got to be a threat. You got to threaten the kick, threaten the cutout pass.
no, you got to be more of a
something.
threat, and you got to give
You
him
know?
options. Make the defense think.
Show his ball playing a little bit more.
No, his ball playing, he shows it. That's the problem. Run.
But he shows too much of it.
Yeah, exactly right.
You know,
Run,
his
run,
utilizing-
fake it. Go,
he
change up the
utilizes
kicking.
one style way too much. He doesn't know how to
100%.
balance that.
Yes, and what it is he'll go into a game. Today I'm going to run,
Yeah.
and he'll run all game. Today
what
I'm
I'm
going to
saying.
pass. I'm
He's-
going to pass all day.
He's got to find the middle ground. He's got to
Agreed.
do both. A good halfback has to play eyes up footy.
Because
And I don't think he's on a half. But
no, he's
not a halfback,
He is a
bro.
halfback. He's a good player.
he's a 5'8", man.
He's a good player.
He's better.
I think he
he's-
can mold
he's-
into a
he's
half.
He's probably a 70-30. 70% more of a... You can't be 70% more of a 5'8" and be a good halfback.
Well, who do you play? They don't have anyone right now.
Well,
Tanner Boyd, I won't play him.
Why?
No, fucking
Dog
bro,
shit.
shit.
You don't know that.
He's shit.
He's dog shit. I'm not those guys about to give a player a second chance. Fuck him.
They haven't given him a chance.
Dog shit. I can't stand him.
But they haven't
He
given
already
him
had
a
his
chance.
chance against with the
The
Titans.
Titans. But so did Sexton straight out.
That's true.
And now
So,
Sexton's the next
do-
Andrew Johns.
Do you change your theory now?
Well,
Last
no,
like
I can't.
81st
I
round?
hate Tanner Boyd. I've rated Sexton for a long time. Tanner Boyd, I never.
You don't
rated.
hate him as a person.
No, I don't know him. He looks like a decent guy. I don't know.
Anywho, this game's dragged. Melbourne fucking yes.
No, it
Titan-
didn't. It didn't
whatever.
drag. But is it hot in here?
Yes. Annoying.
Move on to the West Tigers versus the Knights. Tigers 20, Knights 4 points. The first try, I've
Shit game.
got to get my words here. Tigers 20, Knights 4. First try in, I think it was 180. No, not 180. 160 something minutes for the Knights. No, longer because I had the bye the week before. 3 games without a try. They scored their try in the 79th minute. They've been absolutely rubbish since the bye.
Us. To be fair, you fucking broke half their side.
Yeah, but
No, but they're not offering nothing in attack.
yeah, they're doing nothing.
Did you see how many touches Ponga had?
Yeah.
It was a boring
I
game.
think it was like 9 touches or something.
Because it was so close.
Check how many touches he had.
I can't. I wish I could.
You know, if they didn't score that try, it'd be only the 4th time in Tigers history that they've kept the team to
Yeah,
nil.
it's a nil.
Check how many runs he had.
How many runs?
We're trying to talk you fucking zip.
Just check. I want to put on this, bro. Alhamdulillah, I sold him, bro.
Who,
I've still
Ponga?
got him at Edith
No, I
Shackle.
didn't
Yeah, you
sell
still
him.
got
What are you gonna-
everyone that's going wrong, huh?
I don't know.
No, but it's Ponga, cuz you don't know.
Ponga had 18 runs for 170 metres.
Yeah, I heard what I said. 9 touches. Well, I have no idea. I don't know how I ended up here.
No. No, he was quiet. He was very quiet.
He was arse cheeks.
He was very quiet. But
And
that was
I'm
the
not
whole...
talking the good arse.
The
You
voluptuous one.
you watch the Knights play. Who do you say wasn't quiet?
No, they were all shit. There was
I
a
reckon
fucking...
It was
But-
fucking disgusting.
You
He's
know-
made the Tigers look like fucking Melbourne.
Yeah,
I
no,
swear
the
to God.
Tigers
Shit
are
too.
very good.
They are good.
They are
I wanna say
much
very
better than
good.
last
yes,
year.
100%.
And they are...
But they made them look like
they look like
the
a top 8
Storm.
team.
They do.
Do we say they're top 8 team?
I do. But the way the comp's looking,
They look good.
The Tigers is pushing for a top 4
Maui?
spot.
I don't believe it.
top 8.
No. I still don't believe it. Wallah.
You just refuse to see the Tigers above you guys.
No, I love the Tigers. My mum's a Tigers fan.
Huh, that's the issues, right?
So I'd love to see them do great, but in the long run, I think Benji's a shit cunt.
Yeah,
As a coach, not as a person or a player. But eventually, they're gonna fall off. Just like I was telling Henny today, they have good players that are still playing like they're playing for their old clubs and what they've learned off their old coaches. Once
Eventually-
once Benji's tactics start sinking into their head,
They'll
they're
forget
going
how
to
to
go
play.
backwards.
That doesn't make sense. Bro.
No, I think you're fucking around.
Yeah.
Surely.
You're making around, yeah?
No, but they won't make
Because
it.
Tigers are playing.
No,
like-
they'll make the 8.
They won't
Tigers-
make
There's not enough good teams to have.
They won't make the 8.
There's not enough good. Who's going to make the 8?
Raiders will make the 8 instead of them.
Yeah, Raiders. Okay.
First of all. Fuck.
Dragons?
Warriors will probably make it instead of them.
Dragons?
You just said no when I asked that question.
What?
Warriors, Tigers play next week. Who's winning?
Warriors.
Tigers, cuz. Come on. Come on, you're such a. They'll make the 8.
Fuck Henny, bro. Dragons will be on top of them, surely.
No way!
Surely.
Guys, I can't wait till you two
Hey,
play.
Tigers are playing. Can you guys like shut up and talk about the game?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, sorry, Carl.
I reckon Tigers are playing the ugliest brand of footy right now.
That
but
was
it's
shit.
working.
They
Yeah,
didn't
it
look
looks
good
good.
in this game.
No, they
They
didn't.
don't look.
They
They don't
look
look good in
shit.
any game.
So do you believe that they're making the 8?
Yeah.
With the way they're playing, because no one can defend
No
them.
one else.
They're playing arse cheeks footy,
Yeah.
and it's just working out for them.
They keep scoring.
Eventually, it's not going to work. That's what I'm saying.
No, it doesn't work like that.
Of
I
course
think
it works like that.
eventually
Stafford Toa scored this game.
Yeah.
He's been very well for them. Why'd you say it like
He
that?
hasn't scored all year. It was his first try.
And he's been very good for them.
He's been alright. I want to say very good. Relax.
I'm pretty sure it was
Sound like me now,
I'm pretty
I'm
sure it was a
saying
fluky
good.
try too.
No. It was a good backline play.
Was it a backline play?
Yeah,
And he
backline
went
play.
shot straight through?
Straight through. It was a good play.
Terrell, mate. Oh my god.
They
He's
can't.
good.
He's
good.
unbelievable.
He's outstanding.
Best
Terrell, mate,
signing of the year.
unbelievable.
I'll say from round 6, we can all agree he's the best signing this year.
100%.
Gutherson.
100%.
Allah.
It's Terrell, mate.
Cuz what a signing.
It's Terrell, mate. I don't know.
The Roosters
I'm
didn't think
still
of
waiting for that
one,
sex tape to drop straight out.
100%. It has to now.
There's something up.
If he's playing this good, there's either going to be a cocaine scandal or a sex tape.
Something's going to drop. Something's going to drop. I don't
Taruva
know.
too. What a finisher, eh?
Oh, Adam Pleaser, bro. I told Hanny he's a shit signing. He scored every single game.
No, he's good.
Every single
but
game.
you can't tell with Penrith. When they're
That's
playing
why,
with Penrith, you really can't tell
Because
how
Charlie
good they are.
Staines looked like prime Brett Morris at Penrith.
Luai didn't look like he mattered much with Penrith.
What a.
And now that he's gone, you can see how much he mattered
Because
to Penrith.
he is... Watch Jerome Loy. For the Tigers, he's everything. I swear to God. He does so
people
much.
what I'm
think
saying.
because he's not scoring and doing the flashy plays.
Oh, no,
But
Carter.
he's playing like a proper halfback right now.
Well,
Everyone
bro.
was so blinded by Nathan Cleary at Penrith that
Yeah.
Luai just flew under the radar. You hated him at one stage.
Loy.
Yeah, you
I
didn't
still
rate
hate him. I
Yeah,
think.
he hated Crichton and Luai.
What?
You hated Crichton.
Kill Khare?
Well, I will.
What?
You hated him.
Crichton?
2022, you said he didn't do much.
Crichton?
Stephen Crichton.
Yes.
Because I will whack it. Shut your mouth. You've never heard this in your
I
life.
have.
No, we don't.
It was he. We were sitting right
Yes,
here.
we're here.
Fucking Shit talkers, bro.
What?
Luai, yes, I hate him.
Alright, he's
Luai.
a captain, but you can be
Oh,
honest.
yeah,
No,
wallah.
no, I've always
guy, he's
loved
not
you.
You can tell us he's
Kuda,
come a
if
long
you're
way.
watching, don't listen to these people. They're liars.
Just say the
I love
truth.
you. I've always loved you.
Bullshit. You hated him. You
Shut
thought he was
your
shit. You
mouth.
didn't rate him. And now you're just polishing the
You know,
knobs.
no, Wallah, that's Dallin Watene Zelezniak when we first signed him.
No,
From
bro,
the
no,
Panthers.
it was Crichton.
Well, I'm not talking to you right now.
It was before he signed with you.
No, I've always loved Crichton.
They don't believe you.
Terrell May, what a player.
Wow.
Outstanding.
Tigers look very good, man.
They do.
They look very shit.
No, it's their style.
Very
Their
good.
style's working. It
and
Their
looks-
it's
style's
working.
arse cheek, but it's working.
It's
Yeah,
working. What are they,
They
sitting?
dropped the ball
They're
every
sitting
second
seventh.
tackle.
They're sitting seventh. Knights were before the bye had one loss.
Yeah.
They've lost two on the trot now and looked absolute dog shit. They've got by far the worst attack in the league.
Is it?
Yeah,
86 points. They're the
Knights
only
look-
team. They're the only team to not score 100 points yet.
Ponga doesn't want to get involved, eh?
Oh, it's 9:30.
Sorry, them and the Warriors. And oh my God, they've scored 46 points.
Who?
The Eels in 6 games.
Eels are Knights.
Knights. Knights.
Talking about
Because I looked at the Eels were last. Knights have scored 46 points.
Are you sure?
the whole year.
The whole
No,
year.
I don't think that's right.
That's
Because their
very
first
bad.
game it was 8-6. It ended like
8-6.
8-6.
Yeah, they won 8-6. They scored nothing against us and they scored 6 against Thing. Yeah, that's bad.
So who'd they score 40 against? 38.
Yeah, ooh. They had a bye as well, so you got to remember. that
Yeah,
was them when they-
that's why. That's what I'm saying. If they scored 8
Are
in
you
the
sure
first
that's how
round,
you read it? 0.4?
Yes, points 4. That's their points. It's
have
46.
they lost 3?
2.
They've lost
They've lost
3.
2. They've lost
3?
3. So one bye.
Can you get my phone, guys?
Listen, dickhead. One bye. Listen to me, fuckwit. One by
We're
three
getting
losses.
late, it's getting
One by three losses, round 6. That leaves 2 more
Hey,
games.
Kalkhara,
It leaves
boys.
two more games.
No. Let's see. This is a good
It
question.
leaves 2 more games. They've
This is
scored 8 points in the first game. Who the fuck they score 40
They scored
against? Or
6.
38.
They scored 6 against the Titans.
Yeah.
They scored 26 against the Dolphins.
So what's that?
That's it, an 8. And an 8 against...
8 against the Tigers.
What?
10 against the Tigers, round 1.
Oh,
Are you
it's 10.
serious?
Wow. Yeah, they're dog shit, bro.
No way.
Yeah.
Can we wrap this up?
There's a team with Ponga in it. What do you think of Ponga?
Good point.
Please wrap this up.
Anyway, so yeah, the Tigers, they get the job done in the most boring fashion possible. The
Shit,
Knights,
this game, bro.
fuck me, they're wow. With a team with Ponga, dog shit. Dogs had the bye, flying high, baby, loving it.
Look at that, bro. 6-0.
6-0 basically. We're gonna win the comp.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Do you agree we're gonna win the comp?
Far from
We hope you enjoyed the episode. Please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. In the comment section below, everything we spoke about today. We know it's a lot. But please tell us your thoughts on all of that. Description below, find our socials, TikTok, Instagram. We have been uploading a lot more, so please make sure you're following. Click the bell, stay notified.
Tune in for the next video.
And we'll see you next time. Peace.
Absolutely